Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna share with you guys my first ever race on iRacing. You are watching now the Mazda MX-5 Cup car at the Charlotte Roval. This was during qualifying. I was able to qualify 7th on the grid, and my plan was to keep it as clean as possible, try to avoid crashes at all costs. For all I know, I could be first, I could be the best driver on track. And I decided to make this video because it's kind of a unique moment. Okay, here we are at the grid. I was using the auto clutch, but since my G29 pedals have a clutch, I was able to kind of slip the clutch and get a decent run. It was quite a clean start, everybody giving space to each other. No crashing so far, turn 1 went good. Still P7, coming to the hairpin. Two guys crashed here, already 2 positions. The guy behind me makes a move on the inside here on the oval part, way faster than me. At this point I was under pressure from the guy behind and trying to catch up with the guy in front. Coming to the chicane, heavy braking, I do not risk anything. In fact, I was really slow and the guy behind me closes the gap. At this point I knew I had to give it my best if I wanted to keep my position at least. Starting lap number 2 I was P6 because of the guys that crashed on the first lap. The guy behind me making a little bit of pressure, but not that much. This is the slowest corner, I think. Another guy making a mistake here, and I get the chance to overtake him on the outside. A slow car, I almost hit him. I was able to avoid him. So I try to play it safe. The guy just goes straight through. There he goes, he's going to be penalized for that, obviously. Huge pressure from the car behind us. Here I was a little bit scared coming into the braking zone because he's really on my bumper. I decided not to go for the move, but now here, starting lap 3, goes on the inside, turn 1. I give him the space, obviously it's faster. I let him go and we are P6 again. Even during this race I was still learning the circuit, so if you guys know this circuit, for sure you can see I'm braking way too early. I'm trying to fine-tune my braking point. Also the exit out of this hairpin. I was losing way too much time on the hairpin because I still do to this day have some trouble making it as fast as possible without screwing up. So the guys ahead of us fighting for position. I take this opportunity to get closer, braking a little later than the lap before, getting some confidence. I was lucky because a few people crashed or made mistakes. That allowed me to pick up some positions. On lap 3 of this 12-minute race, so far so good. We gained 2 positions since the start, started P7. These MX-5 Cup cars are really fun to drive. They are quite slow. When there's a good field, it will be a fun race for sure. I had fun moments on this race, on my very first race. But I got lucky, I guess, because after this race I did a few more and some races were complete chaos. And speaking of chaos, front bumper. The guy in front of me losing the front bumper, actually a pretty heavy crash, so I got the opportunity to pass him. We are now P4, and I was thinking, yeah, maybe I get a chance for the podium, but the 2 guys ahead were too far, so P4 not bad for the first race ever, without any crashes, without any contact, so I would get a good high rating and safety rating and a good start to my iRacing career, so to speak. But soon I would learn that many races can go wrong. the number one car hit the wall and came back to the left side and hit another car, causing complete chaos behind me. And that allowed me to increase the gap to the cars behind, a little bit more breathing space, so to speak. And so now I was just focused on keeping my pace and bringing it home, basically. So the guy behind us here making some pressure. I was again nervous. He goes on the outside. For some reason he dropped the pressure he was making. I don't know what happened, but he became slower. Maybe he was just playing it safe because I see some damage on his car. And I'm sure he doesn't seem to want any more confrontation. But he does get close, going to turn 1, beginning lap 6. But yeah, he's staying behind for the moment. Coming to these two right-handers, he's making some pressure but not making a move. This next turn is flat out third gear, over the crest and braking. I was braking a little bit too early, being cautious, but you can actually brake after the crest. Coming to the hairpin, he's really close. He gets a better exit than me, so I let him go. I really give him all the space he needs. Now we are drag racing to the chicane. He's a little bit faster, he has more speed, more momentum. So I decide to play it safe. Here I was just showing myself on the inside, trying to mess with him a little bit. He actually hits the wall, exiting the chicane, but that does not give me an advantage. Heavy braking for the last chicane before the finish line. We are starting lap number 7 and almost at the end of the race. We are still P4, not bad. At some point here I was hoping for a podium, but I'm happy with 4th place. This was after all my first race, so I was just having fun and trying to get the car to a safe finish. I had clean air basically. The guy in front of me, he was faster than me. Lap number 8, P4. At this point just trying to keep the position, not make any mistakes. Here's an onboard view. Coming to the hairpin. Super cautious. All I had to do was just keep doing what I was doing until the end of the race, which was coming soon. 12-minute race, 12 minutes go by really fast. Braking early again to the chicane. Into the banking. And this was already the last lap of the race. To be honest, I was quite happy to be P4 on my first race. Not bad at all. Overall, not a bad experience so far on iRacing. Here we are crossing the finish line. Checkered flag, P4. As I said, not a bad start to my iRacing adventure. So guys, stay tuned for more iRacing and other gaming content. And subscribe and like if you feel like doing so. And that's it. See you on the next one. Peace.